Hello, my true crime lovelies. How are you? I hope you are well. I hope you are as lovely in life as you are in my mind. And if you are not, I hope you are on your way to being well. Every day can be a good day. So if it's a bad day, the next time you have a good day, maybe you'll appreciate it a little more, right? All right, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for clicking on the video and hanging out with me. I'm Tanika. If you're new, welcome to Tanika's Two Cents. Or should I say, welcome to the asylum. The asylum of Sarah Boone, that is. Yes, yes, yes. You already know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Appellate attorney number 4 has entered the chat. Let's talk about it. But first, I'm going to thank the members. We're over 700 now. I appreciate each and every one of you. Memberships are 99 cents. There's no need to leave me little nasty messages that I am giving the members extra content. Yeah, that's the point of membership. All right, here we go. I'll see you on the other side. Alrighty. So I've got this up, but let's read this, then we'll chat, then we'll get into who this dude is. Let's do it that way. All right. So this is from Zaddy Kranick. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Oh, you know what? I didn't set it up over. It's okay. We're good. Order on counsel's motion to withdraw. This cause, having been reviewed by the court upon the motion of Rodrigo M. Carasso, appointed counsel to withdraw from further representation of the above named defendant. Further is a bit of a stretch. Like, he already put in his notice to withdraw. Like, I ain't even put in a notice of appearance. So let's just call this even, shall we? So, further representation of the above named defendant and being fully advised of the premises therein, it is hereby ordered and adjudged that Rodrigo M. Carasso is hereby allowed to withdraw from further representation of the defendant in the above style cause, and David Maldonado, Esquire, is hereby appointed to represent the defendant in this case. Attorney Maldonado's contact info is as follows. So he's out of Lakeland. It's further ordered that Rodrigo shall forward all discovery materials in this matter to the newly appointed attorney, which I don't think we saw that in the last one. I may have missed it though. If no discovery has yet been received, Rodrigo shall immediately notify the newly appointed attorney. And this time we have the year right. 12th day of September, 2025. So let's talk about it, shall we? Number one, it's going so fast. I watched Emily's video on Friday and I was going to type in there that it wasn't up to date because she didn't have Rodrigo in. But then as I pulled out my laptop, because I was watching it on my TV, she's interrupted herself to say that's come in. But then this came in the afternoon. Danielle, Siobhan, Danny told me about it. And I was like, oh my God, how? So the first, if you're new to this, was the last name, oh my God, Holland. I was going to say Hobson, but that was on her, like, the lower court trial. Holland was appointed, but then it turned out he said he didn't do appellate work. Well, when I was doing some research today, I don't know how I missed this. That guy he took a plea, like he was stalking one of his girlfriends. He was working out of the Osceola, the one where Stephen Stearns, I think it's Osceola. be patient with me. I know you guys got me right on Almont Springs. I'm trying. I can't know all the things all the time. I know someone came into the chat and they were like, "You mispronounced this. I can never watch you again." Okay, ma'am. Great. Anyway, so he was in the state attorney's office there, and then he was stalking his girlfriend. He took a plea. That was the first one, but he didn't do appellate work. I didn't see all of that. So then we went to Josh Adams, right? And I made the video because he was MIA. He was appointed in December. I think I did like one of my thumbnails. He was on a milk carton box. Like, where's Joshy? And so he finally was like, "Hey, I'm here." Started requesting stuff, filed for that initial extension. Then he filed for another extension, and at the same time, first he filed the second extension. Sarah sent a crazy freak out letter, not directly addressed to Judge Kranik, but mailed to the lower court. And in that letter, she said she had like 9 third-party representatives contacting him, and he hadn't even contacted them back. Like, he can't legally, but okay, Sarah. So then shortly after that, he put in his notice to withdraw. Like, saying, he was no longer doing, the first withdrawal said he was no longer doing appellate work. So she had him rethinking his career choices. The second one was, or the one that he sent to the 6th District Court of Appeals, said he was no longer doing court-appointed appellate work. So last week, Kranik granted that motion and assigned Mr. Caruso, and he was, I think Lazy Gamer reported it, I didn't see it. When he was in JAG, he represented someone involved in the 911, in the 9/11 attacks. It's late. Sorry, guys. And so he has bowed out, and so now we have Maldonado. I dated a Maldonado. Well, date is like a strong word. I had a situationship with the Maldonado in high school. But anyway, that is not why you are here. Let's look at our friend, because hopefully, he and Sarah seem to have some music inclinations in common. And hopefully that works out for your girl. Oh, I'm not even sharing, for your girl, Sarah, because she needs a win. If anybody needs a win, she does. So this is, let me get my mouse where you can see it. This is Mr. Maldonado here. And it's referring to him as Dr. Maldonado, but I couldn't find what his doctorate is in. Like, is he like a PhD? Like, I have a cousin who's a doctor, but she's not a medical doctor. So I was looking for anything. So if someone else, researches it, let me know. He is FSU alumni, so that ties in with our Dan Markel case. Dan Markel was a professor at FSU who was murdered by his ex-in-laws. Direction, mouth, money, whatever you want to say. Donna was just convicted. Okay, Dr. Maldonado is the founding attorney for our firm and a magna cum laude graduate of the Florida State University and a graduate of the Florida State University College of Law. During his undergraduate studies, he was in the Marching Chiefs, FSU's marching band, inducted into the prestigious Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society, and also graduated from the honors program with the highest honors with distinction recognition. So he's smart. He's a smart one. Dr. Maldonado is a member of the U.S. Supreme Court. Somebody tell me what that means, because he's not a juror on the Supreme Court. How do you become a member? Florida Bar and the U.S. Middle District of Florida. Like, he can argue in front of the Supreme Court. He has successfully handled numerous, wait for it, civil litigation cases from inception through trial, and has also handled appeals for various civil matters. What about criminal matters, sir? Have you done any criminal work? Dr. Maldonado specializes in civil litigation, immigration, and naturalization law. Lemon law disputes, which in California, lemon law is like when you buy a car and it's like a junker, even though it's a brand new car, that falls under the lemon law. I don't know if that's the same in Florida, but I know it is not a second degree murder. You know what I'm saying? And hearing coverage for numerous firms throughout the state. So I think he just jumps in, and if they're not available, he'll, prior to like the actual trial, he'll stand in for them in a hearing. So, in addition to practicing law, he's an avid musician. He plays French horn and was also a performing member of the Southeastern University drumline. He played the snare, or is it, do you play the snare? Like you play, you know what I mean. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers drumline, snare, and bass. The Florida Brass Drum and Bugle Corps, snare, and former instructor for the All Saints Academy drumline. Dr. Maldonado was inducted into the 2019 NFL All-Pro Drumline. I didn't even know there was such a thing, Dr. Maldonado, in recognition of his outstanding performance abilities and contributions to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drumline and team brand. So he sounds like a stand-up guy, right? He just hasn't done any criminal work. So I don't know how that works, how you get on the wheel. But hopefully he sticks around. We'll see if he files a notice of appearance. Or if he's like, hey, I don't know how your wheel works, but I don't work on criminal cases. We'll see how that pans out. There is still, I checked right before doing this video. It is 10 o'clock on Sunday, September 14th. Appellate 6th District Court of Appeals has not responded to Josh's last extension. So he had filed the one that I mentioned after Sarah and her 9 flying monkeys letter. And he filed that one. However, he didn't notify or consult with opposing counsel. And so he resubmitted that. He had until 9/2 to file the brief. He filed the extension on 8/28, I think it was, and then on 8/29 it was declined, and then he refiled it. I might be a day off. He refiled for the extension before the brief was due, is the point that I'm trying to make. I should just say that. But they have not come back and said, yes, we grant this. And the letter that Kranick sent is not on the docket for, it's not on the DCA docket. So I don't know if they know. I mean, obviously they can go and look, but nothing has been communicated to them officially. Like, yes, this withdrawal has been granted twice. Now, Kranick let Josh off, and then he let Rodrigo off. So I will keep you posted. It's going to take years anyway. It just, I don't know, it tickles me because Sarah in her family court kept saying, you guys keep forgetting about my appeal and my pending release. No, girl, we're not forgetting about it. You ain't going nowhere, ma'am. I hope someone tells her, even if by some scant chance she gets a new trial. She's not getting it thrown out, so like that's not even a possibility. But like her best case scenario would be getting a new trial. She's going back to Kranick, and who's going to represent her? She's thrown every lawyer under the bus, even Owens, who went above and beyond. Out of his own pocket, bought her clothes, etc., went to bat for her. She threw him under the bus. Who does she think is going to step in and be her lawyer? Somebody please tell her that's how it works. Okay. And record her face when you tell her so the rest of us can see, please. No, I'm not laughing at her constitutional rights. Save those comments. I'm just saying, like, does she understand what's next? And I say that in sincerity. It does make me laugh, yes. But, like, she didn't understand what was going on in family court. And she's been waiting years to get in there. So, I'm just like, can y'all flying monkeys help her mentally prepare for next steps? Don't leave your girl out there hanging, looking like a bigger fool than we know her to be. Just a suggestion. All right, my lovelies. I will talk to you later. Hope to see you in the chat. Toodles.